Hello, Dr. Shire here.
And Dr. Scott.
And in this video, we would like to talk to you about laser therapy. As some of you may know, some of you may not know, we do quite a bit with laser therapy. And one of the reasons we've taken to laser therapy is because of its effectiveness. I know myself, I have not seen a device that I feel has the potential that laser therapy brings to the equation. If you remember in one of our earlier videos, we talked about, in many of our videos, we talked about inflammation and soft tissue inflammation. And we talked about how when you're dealing with things like the lower spine and the hips and the knees, shoulders, feet, how difficult it is for blood and oxygen to reach those places. And this is why, in fact, so many people have such chronic, long-lasting problems with these joints, is because blood and oxygen does not readily reach those areas. Laser therapy is a game changer when it comes to that, because what laser therapy will do is it will bring blood and oxygen to those hard to reach areas. What I also like about laser therapy, I'm sure you agree,
I agree,
is that laser therapy is completely safe. I mean, you're not injecting anything into the body, anything foreign that shouldn't be there. As most of us know, when we do take injections, it's not without side effect, and even if it's effective, there's only so many of them you can do. With laser therapy, there are no risks, or if there are risks, they are so minimal and so minuscule, not really even significant. So the safety factor is off the charts. The effectiveness of laser therapy is off the charts as well. So what is laser therapy and how does it work? Very simply, in your mind's eye, if you want to picture a flashlight, that when you put it to a painful joint, the light will penetrate deep down through the skin, through the tissue, into the hard to reach area, and because it's infrared, what it's going to do is it's going to draw blood and oxygen to the damaged area. Just like our skin, your skin is photoreceptive to the infrared of the sun, so are the cells underneath in the body. They are photoreceptive to infrared light. The difference here is we have lots and lots and lots of wattage power to that infrared light. So it's like taking an infrared light and putting it into the body at a high rate of intensity. And what that will do is it will cause the cells, the inflamed, the damaged cells, will react to that infrared light and bring blood and oxygen to the area. And we know that blood and oxygen is what causes damaged and inflamed tissue to heal.
Yeah, and in addition to that, one of the kind of neat, cool factors of laser is that it also stimulates the chemicals that are inside our body already that allow our body to create more blood vessels, more little bitty blood vessels. So it actually increases that circulation even long term in the joints, which is why somebody can continue to heal even after they get a laser treatment, and that inflammation is not as readily apt to come back as it would if you just did something to get rid of the inflammation and increase the circulation in the moment. The other kind of neat thing is it doesn't hurt, right?
Yep, right.
It's painless. You do feel a little bit of heat where it's going through the skin. The funny thing is it doesn't heat up the tissues underneath the skin. So it's even safe for someone who has had implants, for example, or they've had some work done, maybe some surgeries, where they have either metal or some other tissue that's implanted in their body that you can't heat up because that would be dangerous. So that would become a contraindication for a lot of therapies, whereas it's not even a contraindication for laser therapy. So it really affords us the ability to use it in a lot of circumstances where a person would just kind of have to suffer. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the ability to use anything that could decrease inflammation, particularly not to the level that laser does for the patients.
Yeah. It's used by many, many major sports teams. It's used all over the world, quite frankly. It's very popular in Europe. There are tons and tons of research articles on it. You can go on PubMed. You can read up on it. The treatment is really what I call a no excuse type treatment. You just give it to people and they typically respond to it. Again, it's become our go-to therapy, and if you have any questions about it, you can feel free to ask Dr. Scott or myself. There's plenty of great information online. KLaserUSA.com is a great website. They have just a tremendous amount of information, periodicals, articles on the effectiveness of laser therapy. So again, if you have any questions, just let us know. Otherwise, we will see you on the next video.
See you then.
Okay.